Hi everyone, it's Houmi and Vanessa here.
Hi.
We had a little bit of a malfunction, so we were giggling a little bit.
Oh, my fault.
So today we're catching up at our lunchtime. We haven't had lunch yet, but we thought today that we talk about different industries. We're going to talk about different industries and what it is like
over the coming weeks.
Yes, and what it is like to work within different industries. And this week we decided to cover retail, as we have a lot of jobs within that sector right now. And then, as you know, Vanessa is our specialist in the advertising industry, and I work with a lot of in-house retail clients. So we're going to talk about what it is like to work in both advertising agencies that work with retail clients or working in-house with retail clients themselves.
Cool.
So Vanessa, what is it like to work on retail clients in advertising?
Well, from an advertising agency perspective, you are mainly working on above the line, digital and experiential. So the client will come to you as the agency and usually ask for a big idea. So it could be TVCs, it could be radio, it could be outdoor, billboard, print, but then of course all of that goes into digital, or they could come to the agency and ask them for a big idea for an experiential campaign. So that's from an agency point of view, what you would normally work on for a retail client.
Beautiful. And a lot of retail companies, they have their in-house creative teams that they look after a lot of the collaterals that they have. And depending on the retail company, the in-house team could be in charge of broad range of projects. So they could be involved in the digital aspect of the business. So most retailers, they do have an e-commerce platform, so they could have their e-commerce designers in-house and people who maintain and update the e-commerce platform. They do have a lot of communication that goes out, like EDMs, landing pages, campaign work that they do, and there are many companies do execute them in-house, or sometimes they may have the main idea from an external agency and they roll it out in-house themselves. And there are also a lot of below the line projects that creative people could be working on. So this could include everything from brochures, catalogs, and like flyers. And if they are, for example, in like a fashion-based company, they could be working on lookbooks. And sometimes because they have their in-store designs and they have really different fit-outs, and there are different stores are out there, they could have people allocated to designing the retail, graphics for the in-store environment. And another area that it is, so there are a lot of people who work on trends to see what is coming up and working on trends, which could be there's not many as positions as like graphic designers, but it's out there as well. So we wanted to also talk to you a little bit about what it is like to work on retail clients or in a retail in-house team. Due to the nature of the industry, because they have a lot of tight deadlines. There are a lot of broadcasts they have to reach. There are a lot of campaigns that they have specific deadlines, new products that are coming in, new sales that are coming in. So it's quite a fast-paced environment. So whether you're working in
even in the agency, you'll have a fast turnaround if you're working for a retail client. You will also have the seasonal campaigns, which you can work on ahead of time, and I think that's right for in-house and advertising. So you'll have, summer campaigns, winter campaigns, Christmas, Mother's Day, Father's Day, depending on what the retail client is. But I think in both aspects, it's a very fast turnaround.
It is.
It's very energetic. There's lots of energy there, and you need to be quick and on your toes, and it's not something where you have a really, really long time to think about it. You just keep doing the work, which is exciting, and it's great. It's great to work on retail clients.
Yeah, it's really good. Like really creative people who can come up with ideas on their feet. They're really suitable for retail projects. And you also see a lot of a lot of people don't enjoy working in an environment that is quite slow paced. So if you do like a really busy environment and you like to be constantly busy, then retail could be a good option for you. And we also thought we'd talk about, if you are working in retail and you're applying for different companies or jobs, what would you require in your folio? So, Vanessa, what are some of the tips that you would have?
I think for retail, it's really important from an advertising perspective for creatives to actually showcase your work. Sometimes people say, oh, but that wasn't my best work, or, you know, it was for a Christmas campaign and they don't want to put it in their portfolio. It's so important if you've worked for a retail client to actually see that work. And you can go back to another one of my videos on how to showcase that. But, you know, just putting a tab to the side or somewhere on your website to say retail work and to actually showcase it all there. So you show the summer campaign, show the Christmas campaigns. Most of them are going to be price points. You need to put that in there and showcase that. Otherwise, you can't just say you've worked on retail clients and we don't actually see the work.
Exactly. So, and because they are a fast-paced environment, when you send your CV or folio, they do not have the time to call you and ask you, so have you done it? You've mentioned that you've done it. They want to see it right there and then. For example, one of the requirements that we get a lot is catalogs. And catalogs is something that is actually quite challenging to work with, because you are dealing with a lot of databases, products, price ranges, and you have to have a great attention to detail, and not many people can do it. And one of the mistakes that some candidates make is that they worked on it, but they do not put it in their folio. Include it there, because when people are looking for someone, especially if you're a freelancer, and doing catalog work is quite a good bread and butter work, because it will be able to generate some income for you that is consistent. So include it in your folio. And of course, if you're applying for a job that is not retail oriented, then you can remove those pages from your PDF folio. It's quite easy. You always have to tailor your folio depending on the job you're applying for, but do include those in your portfolio, and definitely use the keywords in your CV as well, because again, they are a fast-paced environment. They do not have time to read everything, so they may just quickly search for catalog to see if you have catalog, the word catalog in your CV or your folio, and if that is something that
and for us as well. It's not only for the clients, it's for us looking for, because I know that people have said they've done catalogs before, FMCG work, excuse me, and then we go and look and we can't find it, and then we call you and it's like, oh yeah, I did work on that, but I didn't do any catalog work. It's wasted a lot of time for everybody, and in this environment, especially freelance, we have to be really quick and on the ball. So.
Well, now that we've covered what it is like and to work in the retail environment and what you would need for it, we currently have a few positions in the retail environment as well. So we are looking for 2 permanent positions for graphic designers. So we are looking for people over 3 years of experience within a retail environment with definitely catalog experience. So if you do have that, contact me. I'll put my email address right on the site right now. And I also have a senior media producer position with another retailer as well that I will post it on the site, on the link as well. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop us a line, and we will come back to you. We will decide which industry we can talk about next week.
Yeah. But retail, all you retail creatives out there, call us. We want to hear from you. We want to see your portfolio. We want to see the catalogs.
Yes.
We want to see the catalogs.
All right, everyone. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you later.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.